Paul gonna ask Fatima that crazy question, knowing he know the answer to it. He gonna ask her if Zach apologized and basically showed that he changed. Would she forgive him and take him back? I said, sir, she's already Zach. You just don't know it. But hey, y'all, welcome back to another review of Life with Chelsea. This was Tyler Perry's Zatima Season 2, Episode 17. Okay, y'all, so on this episode, Fatima ends up calling Paul because she needs somebody to talk to, even though he the wrong person to be calling anyways. But she calls him. They agree to meet up and talk and everything. I think he ended up coming to pick her up because he said he didn't want her out there by herself. But yeah, they show Zach and Connie. They at the hospital. The doc comes and says that, Gladys overdosed and she don't know if she'll regain consciousness or whatever. Here comes Jeremiah. I said, oh my freaking goodness. And you could tell he's under the influence, y'all. So Zach asked him what he did, what happened. He asked him, he gonna say that Zach the one who gave her the money. He gave her $500. I said, dawg, I didn't know it was that much. I said, does he have a point? Is it Zach's fault for giving the money? Now I think, didn't the Dr. Reed say that was a bad idea? Now I ain't blaming Zach. I don't think it's Zach's fault. He ain't tell her to do that. He ain't tell Jeremiah to go doing that stuff. It's on them. They made that choice. But didn't Dr. Reed say that's not the solution to be giving them money and stuff like that? But yeah, he gonna try to blame Zach for what happened to Gladys. And he was talking about how he gave her $500 knowing he wasn't supposed to give her no money. That's why they said in the synopsis on one of these episodes that Zach and Fatima offered to help Jeremiah. And I said, they better. I said, do y'all think that Zach would feel like he to blame and he'll start to blame himself for it or what? Jeremiah ends up calling Fatima the B word. Talking about, you forgot all about it. Basically, he forgot all about them. He's too busy worried about that B word. And Zach said, what you say? He said it again. He said it again, this fool. He gonna say it again. And then they got to fight. Well, more so Zach beating up on him. He started going crazy up on Jeremiah. Now, during the trailer, I was like, Connie, y'all know, I said, Connie just look like she's standing there. Of course, they two men. Like, what's she gonna do? Or whatever. But she did stop Zach. She stopped Zach. Then she ends up telling them both about themselves. Okay, then that's when Paul and Fatima, they sitting on the swings, y'all. I was hoping. I was like, no. I thought that Fatima was gonna see Connie coming out of Zach's house and then run to Paul, but that ain't how it went down. And I'm glad that it didn't go down like that, y'all. So Paul gonna ask Fatima, so if Zach apologized and basically showed that he changed, would you forgive him and take him back? I said, sir, she already is Zach's. Not to say she property or anything like that, because nobody's supposed to be no property. You don't own nobody. She could make the decision to be done with Zach. But we all know, he knew before he asked that crazy question that she wanted. Then he kept on. And I said, I understand. Y'all know, again, I'm going to say this again, but y'all know I always try to see both sides of things. And Paul walked into this knowing that Fatima was in love with Zach. She was involved with Zach, even in the elevator, before all this got too far. I don't even know how far in advance they've been hanging out and stuff, because the way Paul talking to my son, he basically falling for her and everything. So I was like, now you knew in the elevator when you put the moves on her, she told you she was engaged, but here we are now. Here we are. So he gonna ask her that question, and she basically tells him without so many words, she wants Zach. She's still in love with Zach, and it's not gonna happen between him and her. And he kept on and kept on. He gonna tell Fatima how he want her so bad. He want her so bad. How he been out on dates and everything, and he ended up calling the lady Fatima name, and she was like, yeah, you do got it bad. And I said, okay, is Fatima wrong here? Should she have walked away before all of this? Before he starts to catch feelings? Do y'all think it's too soon for him to catch feelings? I mean, considering Fatima and Zach just got together, moved in together fast, anything can happen. But we all know, that Fatima wants Zach. She just making things difficult. I say that because I got to ask that question too. I'm going to do a separate video. Do y'all think Fatima making things difficult? Because even at the end of this episode, and I think I'm going to talk about it, but there's a part in the episode where Fatima is, I think it's at the end of the episode, when she was at Zach's place and she's waiting on him and everything, or trying to decide if she's going to go in. And she was like saying how he didn't learn a lesson. I said, okay, trying to teach him a lesson is going to cost you and him. Because, like, I understand it, but, like, what lesson are you trying to teach him? I know that what he did was wrong. Talking about he slept with her and he didn't. I know that everything he don't put you through or whatever, or you accept it. But still, I feel like if you decide to move on with somebody, then you ain't supposed to keep bringing up their past or whatever. And then they ain't even focused on what Fatima got going on. We focusing on Zach right now. I don't know, maybe season 3 is gonna focus on Fatima getting her stuff together because she gonna have to as well. Like, I don't know. I know some people was agreeing and some people was disagreeing. They don't see nothing Fatima doing wrong. But the fact that she's still going out with Paul, look, you just as bad as Zach. Both of y'all need to get it together at this point. They cut to the scene where Nate is at Belinda's house. And I said, nah, I know doggone well. If you knew, look, they trying to make me feel bad for Nate and stuff. They'll try to get us on his good side or get him on our good side. Let's get him on our good side. They'll try to get us to root for this man and his friendship with Zach. Like, that whole scene with him and Belinda, I was like, oh my goodness. Like, okay, is we gonna be Team Nate? Like, I don't know what y'all think. Comment down below. But yeah, they show it. He waiting on her and everything. And he brings up how he would never do what Belinda did in regards to make that page and all this other stuff. He tells Belinda not to disrespect Zach and how Zach different with Fatima. And he's speaking on their good graces. Like, they changed. They good for each other. They both was wrong. He admits that him and Belinda was wrong. He realizes Belinda wants Zach, but he still sleeps with her. Talking about for the last time. I said, now if you realize how far she willing to go, even at the hospital, I'm like, come on now. I know that obviously Nate is married and obviously he just using her for sex, obviously. But at the same time, like, you taking that risk. She letting you know. We see her at the hospital. I just came to check on you, Zach. I just came, Zach. Everybody see. Look, keep on. Even Tony was asking her, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? And I understand though, because Zach did hook up with her. It was a one-night stand. And, sometimes with that, that's why you got to be careful. With that, people do catch emotions. People do catch feelings. And you can't just be dismissive of it or treat them like they nothing. But it's the same time, just like with Paul, you know what it was when you went into it. You know what it was. Unless he lied about the whole situation. Who knows? Because they do tend to do this type of stuff. But yeah, Nate says they both was wrong. He realizes and calls Belinda out for wanting Zach. But still decides to sleep with her. And that's my problem with him. Part of my problem with him. She just admitted I ain't gonna say what she is, how far she willing to go, and that she ain't so much to say it or whatever, but you can tell based on her facial expression, she wants Zach still. She still wants Zach. I'm about to cuss, Lord Jesus. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm about to say, you could have seen what she wanted when she tried to sleep with him on the first season. I'm about to say, what season was it? No, we only in the second season. Zach and Jeremiah end up arguing again. Jeremiah keeps scratching himself. I know when the trailer dropped and I think a photo dropped, people were saying, why he got his hands in his pants? Connie said, stop scratching yourself. And she said, why you keep touching yourself? That's nasty. Look, he did. As soon as they showed him, he got his hands in his pants. And I said, maybe that's just what they do when they, on their stuff. I don't know. But yeah, he had his hand in his pants. Then he kept scratching. She said, stop scratching. Look, they trying to get us the roof for Nate, and they trying to get us the roof for Connie. Oh my freaking goodness. I still stand by what I said. Okay, so what's her name? Angela ended up, the dude's post. I forgot his name too. What's his name? Michael. I'm just giving that's their son name. Zach no son name Michael, ain't it? I don't know what the dude named because it was another dude. I thought that was the same guy from season 1, but it's not. It's different. I just seen it. Fatima ended up telling Angela, I about to say Connie, and ends up telling Angela that she going to Zach's and everything. I said, yay, but then I thought about it. I said, oh my goodness, that's where the scene gonna come from, where Connie gonna be there. But it wasn't what, they made it look like. It was not. Connie ends up calling Tony. Tony ends up calling Nate. And Belinda was there, so she told me, I'm coming too. And he was like, no, you ain't coming. You stay in the car and all this stuff. And then she ends up coming anyway. Connie tells Zach that she got to get back to her kids. I said, I didn't even know she had kids. That they got school in the morning. So he tells her to take his car. This could have went sideways, y'all. If it hadn't been what it was, this could have really been sideways. I said been sideways. It could have went sideways. But he tells her to take his car and stop by his house because he think he left the door open. I said, I was thinking about it. I said, that don't make sense. I said, wait a minute, did they forget what they wrote? Or maybe I need to go back and look at the scene. Because I'm like, he think he left in such a rush. He think he left the door open. And I said, how you leave the door open when you pulled up? When you pulled up, she was standing there. And she's like, before you even got to the door. I don't know, unless he got one of those little smart lock things where you could open the door from your phone. Like, other than that, I was like, how? I said, how do you leave the door open when as soon as you pulled up and got out the car, she was right there. And she was like, it's your mother. We got to go. And that's when they got in the car. I said, I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping, but I need to go back and watch that scene, though. So Fatima was in the car. She looked like she was waiting on Zach and everything. So she sees Deja. She getting out the car. She looked like she got another dude going into her place, getting out the car, going into her place and everything. So Fatima ends up getting her on video and everything. Then they just started talking about, so you don't need to be worried about me. You need to be worried about your man. I seen him with some lady with green hair. She said she seen him with some lady with green hair, and they was all hugged up. I said I don't recall. I said where y'all getting this stuff from? I said they wasn't hugged up. I don't think so. I said oh no, maybe they was. Look, I need to go back and see because I don't remember none of this stuff happening. So she was like, I got proof. And she shows the photo, and then she sees it. Then they say no. Connie comes walking out Zach's place, and Fatima sees, and that still don't make sense either because she was supposed to go there. She's supposed to go there to make sure the door's locked and everything, and she ends up coming out, or unless she just had pulled up. Did she just pull up or something? Like, look, because I'm confused. Because she's like she had to lock up and ask Fatima, and Fatima was like she gonna handle it. She gonna handle it and lock up and everything on the next episode, y'all. And because I was confused, I was like, how long was Fatima there? Because I thought the whole point was Fatima was in the car waiting on Zay to get back. Then they said no, they cut to the scene. They don't show her driving up or nothing. That's why I was confused, y'all. But comment your thoughts down below. What did y'all think of this episode? Stay tuned for the next review, y'all. Until next time, deuces.